Greetings, fellow Degorans, and welcome to Monday the 27th.
27th, yeah.
Monday the 27th episode of The Witcher Weekly. And I'm here with George. Say hello, George.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I was meant to intro. I said I would intro for change, but no.
Yeah.
And would like to start off with an apology for last week's lack of episode. I was working, and we could not provide you with an episode, and we are sorry for that.
Yeah, plus we got some constructive advice, and I think it was probably right to kind of judge around that.
And we're not Dagora TV. You forgot a name on it. With Dagora TV sucks donkey cock.
Oh, yeah, Talk Shit TV. Yeah, because we got abused in the last
By
episode.
one guy who, if you're listening, you're a fucking arsehole. But let's move on.
Yeah, and
We got some good constructive criticism from
from
Reddit, and would like to say thank you for that.
It's kind of keep on topic more, really.
So keep on topic, try and stay with the game. We've got a recommendation to go with the books and all, but we have not read the books. We may get in progress over to that. Maybe.
Yeah,
But you know.
we'll see.
And we're gonna have like points where you can skip if you want to ignore certain parts, so you can skip to certain sections of the videos. There will be annotations which Connor will do, because you know me, I don't do any of the editing, which I want to do, but I ain't got the series to do.
And do you like George's new border?
New border I have not made yet, but I will be making it. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we've got the news that we're going to be covering this week is on the opening cinematic that was released on the CD Projekt Red. Then we'll be going into an interview with Gamer Anx with developer Damien Monnier. He was the guy that we saw on George at Eurogamer. And then we finish off with the questions. The questions that you put in last week to the episode that was going to be aired last week. I answered them textualised on the wiki, which you probably already know. So anyway, let's go with the opening cinematic. We've seen it. I've seen it twice. No, 3 times now. George, you've seen it once.
Literally 20 minutes ago.
Yep. And if you haven't seen it, it'll be on your screens right now. And it shows a group of men kind of investigating the scene of a battle, and there's regular flashbacks and fire arrows and bird flying into someone's eyes.
It was very gruesome. Even though we're not holding back on the blood.
Yeah.
We're not holding the first scene. And the thing that made me laugh, you see the 2 horses looking at the horse's head. You're like, what must be going through their brain right now?
God knows, George. God knows. They're all thinking like, first spin this, now this, and anyway, kind of like towards the end, it shows the follow the trail artifact, which was the image that was put on the website, and yeah, that kind of artifact that was dropped.
That was the bird one,
The artifact that dropped it, yeah.
Yeah, you can change it.
Yeah, but then it kind of dropped to the ground, didn't it? And then it was like that image, and we're like, oh! And,
Yeah.
So the bird was kind of like this. What was kind of like an orb with a stick at the end, wasn't it? Bit strange, and yeah, they kind of dressed it up to be kind of this important artifact, and yeah, there's a lot of focus on it. And yeah, if you didn't know, this is going to be the opening cinematic for when The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt releases. And did you overall kind of what we saw? Did you like it?
For a trailer, I don't think it was a very good trailer per se.
But it's not true.
I know, I was about to make my point. If you let me finish my point, I was about to get there. I was going to say, that's what you will see in the game, and the point of this was to set the scene of the game. And you can probably hear kind of squeaking on his chair right now.
Oh, that's why I quickly stopped. Go on.
And as I was saying, yeah, it's to set the story of the game and see what's going to happen. There's probably more to it before or something, or whatnot.
No, that's it.
That's just it. So it feels like dropping in there. Maybe more explanation of why they're there and whatnot.
Yeah.
After. So as a trailer, not very good, but as a cinematics, it's there to set the story, and I thought it was very good quality. I'd say that, it's very good quality.
Yeah.
But it's still the best quality cinematic trailers I've seen ever for a game is Elder Scrolls Online. I don't think I've ever seen a cinematic better than that.
Yeah. Well.
But this is still good quality.
Yeah. Well, for me, like The Witcher 2 kind of did like their opening cinematic was when it was before you even press start new game. Come on, when the game was loading for the first time, and it was kind of like the ship, and there was a guy who was kind of assassinating everyone on the ship, and then he ended up killing, I think it was the king or lord on the ship, and there was like bits of like hints to it on the kind of throughout the game, but there wasn't really exactly explanation. This is what happened. It was kind of like an event that was referred to every now and then, and I think that's kind of what it's going to be. It's going to be referral to the battle that's kind of went on, and talk about this.
The artifact.
I think that's going to be the main part.
Obviously, going for the artifact must mean something huge to the storyline.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to see. It seems like it's got a lot of power. The artifact, like it could change into a bird.
Yeah.
It could be a bird. It could be powerful. It may be this artifact, which is a legend, but it's been recently found to be true. Kinda.
Must be, yeah. So that's what you think it is, kind of like a legend that's kind of.
Like, you know, one of the things, like, it's a legend which it was a myth.
Yeah.
No one really believed it, and then proof. There's rumours of it being real. People are searching for it, kind of. And that power, it's like a ring of power, Lord of the Rings kind of style. Like it became a legend because no one heard of it for thousands of years.
Yeah.
And when it started to surface again.
Yeah.
Could be something like that.
Could be. For me, I think it's going to be something. It does appear to be a powerful object. Like, I think it must be. I think a way of maybe used like to kill certain monsters or something like with which I could be both. Like, there's probably people watching the book, reading the books, watching us
This
now.
may be referenced in the books.
Yeah, probably is.
So if it is, please can you just tell us? It would be very helpful.
Yeah,
like
drop a comment or something like that. And yeah, I think definitely interested now. They're putting a lot of focus into this and leaving people guessing. But personally, I kind of liked it. But to be honest, I've seen better.
I've seen better.
Yeah, it's like.
But like I said, it was like for trailer wise, like I said, it's not very good. But for maybe once the game starts playing the game, we understand more of it. We understand why that's more key event, the battle and shit like that. Maybe we'll understand everything a bit more.
Yeah.
Like when we see cinematic trailers, their main aim is to make you get hyped for the game.
Yeah.
So.
But it's kind of, I don't know. I kind of like it, kind of showing out the very first bit of the game. To be honest with you, it's pretty good. But yeah, it has actually been getting a lot of credit. This opening cinematic from especially from Game as Hell, Ink Gaming, GameSpot, and Polygon. As Ink Gaming said that there was intervals when they thought it was actually real actors, not video game characters, because it looked that real, and it does graphically look impressive. Would you agree?
I would agree. Like I said before, the best cinematic I've ever seen in Zelda doesn't lie. I wish if the quality of a cinematic portrayed into the game.
Yeah, well, that's because it was real people, actors portraying it. Yeah.
But it was really good, and this was near the level of it, and I did thought it was really good.
Yeah, well, the difference is that Ellsworth Land was a trailer and this wasn't. But anyway, yeah, I think my favourite shot, when they look real, was when the most time it looked real was, when he goes up to that fabric on the tree and he's looking at it, it's the guy and there's two horses behind him. If I showed a person that picture who's got no interest in video games and go, where was this? Is like, does this look real to you? They'd probably think, yeah, that looks like real life. Like, it looked real. Like, obviously there was bits in there that looked a bit.
It is the cinematics and shit like that have got CGI's got incredibly insane. Like, you've seen with Deadpool test footage?
Yeah. That
was all CGI.
Yeah.
None of that was real. And if people have not seen Deadpool test footage, go see it because it's very funny. And the quality of it is really good, and it shows how advanced CGI technology is getting. Yeah,
and anyway though, yeah, like appearance wise, everything looks good, but a few things that looked in there. I think the female character, I think she's going to have something to do with the story.
If people in the book know who she is.
I've heard a bit about, apparently there's two specific female characters.
Some of Trish.
Yeah, Trish.
There's Trish who's a ginger.
Yeah, she's the one who they talked about in the 35 minutes. Apparently there's another woman.
It was in the PlayStation Action, which is a big bit. With two big main girls in the. We know there's a blonde haired girl, which is a key part because we've seen in a 35-minute gameplay.
Yeah.
People in books will know these characters. Can you just help us? We give you the information about the news. You give us the information about the books.
Coincide to make one brilliant Dagora TV.
Yes. So we help you. You help us.
Yeah. So I think she's probably maybe going to be one of the characters because apparently they've got a big role in the story. In the CD Projekt Red said they're definitely in it. But either way, it's good for the game to get credit from kind of media outlets like GameSpot, Polygon, kind of higher Ink Gaming, Gamers Hell. I haven't heard of as much, but yeah.
They've had in Gamers Hell. GameSpot and Polygon that might be.
Yeah.
So, are we moving on to this point?
Yeah, we're going to move on to the Gamer Ranks interview with Damien Monnier, and he was on about the self-sustaining ecosystem. Self-sustaining ecosystem.
So much about this ecosystem.
Have you heard about the animal side? This is not the weather side, George. This is the animal side. This is the part that is affecting the animal's behaviour in an area of the game. An example that he used is that if you focus your skills as a hunter and kill most of the deer in a specific area of the game, then the wolves in that area will move somewhere else.
So it's like real life.
Yeah, to a higher populated area, and then so like the wildlife has got their own life in the game basically. And I thought that was a pretty good example. It sounds pretty cool.
That would be a challenge.
Yeah.
Some guy, poor guy, would have to code all the AI for all the wolves.
Yeah.
Right.
We've got everything as well. I see that there's a lot of things like
What would you do if you just killed all the deer in the game?
Yeah. So
The wolves would be dead.
they'd have to look to other things. Maybe turn a bit more wild and eat dogs or something like that.
Well, dogs are wolves.
And they're a part of the dog family.
Yeah, all the dogs are from the wolves.
Yeah, they're part of the dog family, like I just said. Like I
I'm
just said.
sorry.
Yeah, like I said, maybe
Fuck.
hence why I said turn a bit wild and eat a bit of dog.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, like this sounds very much next gen to me.
Very next gen.
Yeah, like I'm excited about this. To be honest with you, like, because usually when you play games that like the animals in an area, they kind of keep roughly the same population of that amount, and it is changing. Like they're going to be maybe traversing more to different areas of the game, and like it's going to obviously going to have the area is going to affect the creatures in that area, like we saw in No Man's Land in the 35-minute gameplay of the werewolves and that, and then around the northern areas of in the previous gameplay that we saw before that, there was the griffin and things like that, more flight creatures, and yeah, it's definitely going to be something to toy around with, and it's something making each playthrough different. Definitely. If you got anything really to kind of add in it, George, do you think it's kind of like a cool system to have in there?
Yes, of course. I kind of see the negatives there. Makes it feel more real, immersive.
Immersive, yeah.
Immersive. Did I say immersive?
You said immersive.
Immersive.
Yeah.
Immersive. And it just adds to the game. It makes it more feel like more real world.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it's good. It's a good like kind of way to kind of say that like if you are a hunter, to maybe like draw things in, as opposed to like a specific area. Say like you want, like say you've got wolves in it surrounding a village, and they're kind of causing havoc in that village. You know, like just a dynamic event, which is not like a quest or anything. You're thinking like, oh, I like this village, and I want wolves to be here. I'm going to kill the deer around here instead of just wiping out the wolves. I'm going to kill these deer, so then they'll move away, and then they move away, and then the village is safe. Possible quest. But yeah, there's a lot of potential in this, and yeah, I'm happy this game's definitely doing it. But I suppose there's going to be an extent with it, like there is with most things. Like I don't know, I can't see being like, say, like you fish a certain amount of a load of fish from one place that there's certain different levels of fish move across the sea. I don't see it being that in depth.
No, it won't be.
No. Well, what do you kind of see it affecting mainly? Just kind of like the common creatures?
I think it'll be affecting the main ones, like if you kill all the wolves, like if you kill all the deer, wolves go, like the main ones, which you see the most affecting. You see the minor details which you don't really care about won't be, but the big animals in that I think will be.
Yeah, like I think also where I say like if there's a big griffin surrounding this forest, and the animals are kind of running away from it, and if you wipe out that griffin, then yeah, some of the animals start returning and things like that. I think that's kind of how it's going to be, but there's probably going to be like similar routines with each playthrough, like, but yeah, it's definitely an advancement in the right direction, definitely, and it's going to be fun playing with it anyway. And plus he used it in his example. He said skills as a hunter. Do you see yourself hunting that much?
I'm not a big hunter in games. I've never really been a big hunter in games.
Why?
I just don't see the point of it, to be frankly honest. But unless the game actually benefits you in the game, largely I just don't do it. Like for Skyrim, for example, for hunting, it's pretty pointless. It healed it gave you a bit more health. I was saying you just had a shit ton of health potions in your inventory anyway. So,
Well, yeah, but you could skin them and take to the tiny round. Well, this one is probably going to be like probably being able to skin like Skyrim and tan them and then you would turn them into light armor.
I just bought my shit in Skyrim. I was a buyer.
Other than this is kind of like an improvement from the Witcher 2 and the first one. There was no hunting, like a way to be an all-out hunter because it was linear. Like this, you could probably not do any quests at all and just go as a hunter and just be.
Some people like that.
Yeah, some people do, and like it'll be good to say like you're a hunter of say like I don't know, you're the ones who kind of like the thing which is like giants. So there's giants in the game. I don't know if there's going to be giants, and you're like the formidable giant hunter. So you keep all the villages safe, all the giants in the game, and you keep them away in the forest. And yeah, I can definitely see a lot of potential for this, and it's something that gets me. I'm gonna say it gets me a bit more hyped. This got me more. This kind of statement got me more hyped than the opening cinematic. I'd say, like, is this something you could live without, George? Happily live without, or?
I'm not a big hunter, so I could live without, but I would want to have a game for other people who enjoy it. So I understand why people may be a bit upset about it, but I'm personally not.
Yeah, for me, it's not really for hunting aspects, which I'm happy about. I'm happy about it because it's kind of making the game more alive and making it feel like real instead of like just walls walking around an area. They actually are having a life, and if you follow them for the whole game, you'll see where they're going day after day. I think it's a cool system, and I'm happy it's there. Really happy. But anyway, they go along to the next point, I think, about the game's economy. You said the economy in the game is like real life in a way, as if you regularly go to a small village and buy from the vendors and eat and drink in the taverns, then more people from the village will be employed to the tavern and it will grow and attract more people there as it's increased demand and supply. Basic economics. And like for places like big cities like Novigrad, your purchases will not make as big of an impact. So yeah, I think this is a brilliant system. Like I
said, it's like a real world economic system.
Exactly, like in that life, like I said, if that tavern, if they're needing to take on more people, because you keep on going.
It's very good for role players. Like with real life people have their local pub.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like I want to go to my local pub and see my local people and have my local drink.
You keep going there every day, and then that homeless guy that you saw on the street the first time you walked in, now you see him behind the bar with a job, because they needed to take on more people. And then he's bought a house and the city's expanding. Just because
you got out, because you're an alcoholic.
You keep going there.
Just because you're an alcoholic.
Yep. And then that village expands and then just gets bigger. Then the village is changing and the towns are changing over time and more people are moving there because there's more demand and the economy's growing. It's just fantastic. The whole system is brilliant. And yeah, it's the economy the social system and the ecosystem in this game, which is setting itself apart. Definitely, like making it more realistic than other RPGs in general, and something that I hope people take note of it from, and will continue to go forward. George, like you said in your, like you say you don't normally hunt, but you normally buy things from vendors and that.
I'm just my characters in games portray me all life.
Yeah.
I'm just too fucking lazy.
Yeah.
And like, there's an easier way to do it. Let's see some people get money and buy the shit from them. I'm a bad guy.
But do you normally kind of have that one person that you normally go to buy and sell things on, or do you kind of go shop around kind of thing?
I just go where the best prices are best. Unless it's real life, where I go to Maxwell's from a computer buy. I probably go to eBay, get £5 cheaper, but good old Maxwell's. Go with my PC computer, my case and everything. I go to my real life. I go to my local people. In games, best price available.
Yeah, so
I'm a bit tight with games.
Yes.
So like, if I could buy something for 100 coins cheaper, I'd go to that place for 100 coins cheaper.
Yeah. And
I'll still get it.
Yeah, like when you're shopping around, like, there's loads of different villages and towns in the game. Like, would you kind of like openly like keep looking around, because it seems like there's going to be inflation in this game. Like, if there's more demand, then prices are going to steadily rise. That you maybe hop from town to town, or Or you probably stay with your roots in that local place?
Depends what the town's like. If the town's got a good atmosphere, I like the people around there, I'll stay there. if it's just for price is cheap and the person's an arsehole, fuck you, I'm off. I like my customer service.
Yeah.
Customer service has got to be good for me.
Are you more of a... This is just going about a little bit off topic from the kind of... But are you more of a village or a city kind of guy in games? Do you prefer your cities or do you prefer your villages?
I like villages because you see the people constantly and you like to see what they come out with and you're like, hey.
Do you mean like working wise, like with their honest jobs, or because...
Like if you go to a smaller village you see the same people.
Ah, right, so you
like,
see locals to that.
and you see how they progress and what they say to you and see if
I
they
understand what you mean now.
and stuff like that.
Yeah,
If
it's
you go to
like-
a big city, you're less known, less important,
Yeah.
not many people care about you.
I understand what you mean. So first I thought your point was like, see, like you said, like people come out more, and I was like, what? I thought it meant like more people, but yeah, it's like, do you, like say like if you could buy a house in the game, would you buy one in the village with a nice seat, with a nice view, and over the lake where you can go swimming in the day, or in the city where you're amongst the people, life and soul of the party, go down to your local tavern and your brothel, because there is brothels in this game.
Oof.
And we know how the mature The Witcher franchise can go. Boobies!
And I'm just even more mature, you know. I'm a most mature person out of both of us. To be fair, it depends how my character feels. If it feels like he just wants to get away from the city, if you know, and just sit in go home, have a nice cold beer in his tavern, you might want to do that.
Yeah.
But he might be a character who wants to go to the city, go out and have a drink with his mates every night.
Mm.
Depends how he feels.
Yeah.
Might buy two. His house is pot cider. But when I was sitting by one village, depending on what I feel.
Yeah. If I'm making money, you know, and I'm paying, I might overthrow him and take his palace.
Is it confirmed with house in?
No, we've just entered the realm of speculation.
Hmm.
But anyway, like, do you think that this kind of like ever-changing ecosystem, the ever-changing economy, things like that, do you think it's going to change every playthrough to a serious extent or just a minor extent?
To a minor extent, because the main thing what changes the game a lot really is the options you choose.
Like choices in the
that's
story.
basically, yeah, in changing the story. And I think this just will affect the economy a little bit.
Yeah. Like, I agree with where you're coming from. Like, the ecosystem, like, creatures diverse into a different place, like, that's a minor change. But it depends how far they're going with this economy system. Like, if you can physically see cities growing, or declining in size and appearance, then I'd class that as a major change per playthrough. But, like, I agree with you, like, with the choices that you're going to get, like, we've seen so far, like, with the other previous two games, the choices are a big thing. So we know that each playthrough is going to be different, and I kind of hope that maybe with the economy and with the ecosystem, the dynamic events will be different each playthrough. So yeah, like there's, I don't know, wolves attacking a village or something like that in one playthrough. That wouldn't happen in another one because you killed a certain amount of deer in that area or rabbits or whatever. So then they'll wander off to a different location, and that dynamic event wouldn't happen. I'd like that, because that's making it different. And in that way, yeah, I will say it does make a major impact. But yeah, like you're going into kind of like more speculation kind of zone. Do you kind of like think that like it's important for them to kind of get this down, like this kind of ecosystem and our economy, or would you kind of prefer them to be focusing on other areas?
Doesn't that kind of go with a question with Arcanian? Because I'm going to bring this point up.
No,
later.
no, they're not.
I was going to bring a point what I'm about to say.
We'll end that then for the question at the end. But like, I'll think of another one then. With like cities' appearance and things like that, would you kind of want them to be kind of changed with the state of the economy of that?
I think it'd be nice if the economy state in the town was a dire state, you see more bums and shit.
Yeah.
And if you see it go up, you see more nicer houses and shit. But I don't think that's going to be in the game to that extent. Too. Maybe you see more bums. I don't think you'll see like houses getting bigger and stuff like that.
Houses getting built, yeah. Like, I think behaviour of. I think what I think it will go to is behaviour of the citizens. That's where the major extent is going to be. Like with say, like you said, more bums on the street and stuff like that, and people maybe, if they can't get a job, being dickhead to you or something like that. But then if they are getting a job, they're happier, they look cleaner, shaven, and then they
That's
go.
the one they keep nice.
Yeah, they keep looking good, and they go and they're like, "How do you do?" and things like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe if they ain't got a job, times are hard, wife's died, go into the drink and the drugs. It's all possible. It's all possible, and I kind of hope it does go with that. And yeah, I'm happy to kind of go with it. But we'll go on to the last bit of news before the questions, and this is that the game is going to have a morality meter, which Meunier compared it to Fable, which in the Fable franchise is that you could get, like, if you do good deeds for the people in the area, then you'll go to like an angel face, where you'd be seen as a hero and people talk to you like, yeah, good guy kind of thing, would look at you in a good way. Or if you did bad deeds, then it would go down right to the bottom, you'd actually get horns in your head, and then people would like spit at you in the street.
Actually on your head, he'll get horns.
You'd get horns in Fable. I don't think they know that in this game.
Oh, you're talking about Fable. I thought,
In
what
Fable,
for then?
yeah, in Fable, like, and people would spit at you in the street and like not look at you in a good way and call you mean words and things like that. And I think it's a very good inclusion. Like, you happy there's a morality meter, George?
I think it's good, yeah, because it's worked in both games, like Infamous and Fable, like I said.
Yeah.
It makes you think how you're going to play, if you want to be seen as good or bad.
Yeah.
Makes you think what you're going to do with these options. Do I want to keep being a good guy, or do you want to take change turn for the worse?
Yeah, but like, do you think it will go to the extent as Fable, where if you are like doing good deeds for people in the area, that
yeah.
people in the street will be like you're a fucking great guy kind of thing?
Yeah, most people games will have more, that's what they normally do.
Yeah.
Like Fable will do it if you're a good person, people start trusting you on the streets and stuff in Infamous.
Yeah.
And if you're bad, they don't trust you, they want to hand you into a police and shit like that.
Yeah. But which is kind of made me like think, because like in Fable and Infamous, it was kind of selling points of the game, that morality meter, and kind of like the extent it went to. Do you think it's not going to be as well rounded as that?
I think it's going to be just as good and important, but I just think we've got other things they want
to sell out
on first. They need to like, hey, look at this, look at this, look at this. Oh, we have a morality feature as well.
Yeah, but would you say this kind of like? Do you think that everything in the game, from just your general walkabouts and doing deeds, and the direction you go in the story quests, will have an impact on it, or do you just think it will be story quests, or just?
I think it'll be everything combined.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you get like a morality point maybe when you complete a quest and stuff like that.
Well, do you think it might be a point system?
Morality point system could be like you get +1 morality, -1 morality.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I like that. Yeah, like I don't know. When he compared it to Fable, the way in my mind was kind of like it was a lever. Do you know, like a bar, and like you had a point in the middle of the bar, so that was neutral. And if you went more to the left, that was bad. Like every time you did like a bad deed, it would move a little bit more to the left, and you wouldn't see the morality do unless you pressed start and went to good or evil, and then it would come up there with how you are, kind of thing. But yeah, it does raise the question with the morality feature. Like, do you think there could be things in the game like stealing?
Could be thief.
Yeah.
Thieving could be a possibility. With it being open world and the meaning of economy is more important.
Yeah.
People like to find different ways of getting money.
Yeah. Like completely agreeing. Like, another way of maybe bringing down the economy of stealing the bar's income, completely wiping it out from the safe, stealing it all, and then they go up there and they've got nothing left, so they can't buy any more beer. So then the tavern shuts, and then the economy's down, and the village basically closes down.
Oh, juice, when you can beer.
Yeah, but yeah, I think I think there's more likely now to be stealing in the game with a morality meter.
Definitely.
Yeah, because we had this conversation a few weeks ago where we thought like we didn't know if it's going to be in there because you are playing as this kind of hero, notified hero from the past, but with this kind of morality meter showing like you can go good or bad, I think there's as much chance now of being able to kill NPCs in the game, which means it's good news for you, George. That's what you'd like to do, is it not?
And killing NPCs?
Yeah.
Not that. I like killing bad guys.
but you just like.
But sometimes I do have overkill.
Yeah, they.
Sometimes.
How many
not-
times this go did you just pick some random guy out and kill him?
Not very often.
But you
I
did
pick up guards, so you can classify as good guys though.
Yeah.
The guards are good, and I kill them quite a bit just for the banter.
Right.
You kill the guy, right? But you banish 2 stars. Why did you do it? It was just banter. Oh, you're free.
But yeah, like can you think of like other ways of morale to affect morality? Like that you hope will be in there, like not just like by doing quests and stuff, but maybe little things like I don't know, giving gold to someone in the streets like a beggar or something.
That could benefit you, but I don't think it will put you down.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But let's say like if you pass someone off, say someone begged for it, and then you kick him away, you bring it down a little bit.
Yeah, stuff like that. I feel that could be in.
Yeah, like this just to me adds much more to it. Like again, I think this is a pretty big feature that they kind of add in. It's not like this isn't a little thing that's like takes 10 minutes to develop. This is like something it's changing in every playthrough. If you're like you want to be the biggest dickhead in the world that people will run away from, you can be evil. If you want to be the good guy that children will run up to and hug you. And if you're a 40-year-old man who's a bit strange, you might like that. But still, then you can have that. I think it's a very good system. And judging by like seeing like the introductions of like real life systems that we've seen so far in the game is like maybe one that you'd like to see. That we've got weather, we've got animal, we've got economic system and morality. Would you kind of like maybe see another one if you could think of one at the top of your head?
I can't really think of one in my head.
No.
What about you?
I'd say I don't know. I'd like. It kind of ties in with that economic system. I'd like maybe business management where you could buy a tavern or buy a shop or something like that. So then you'd get a percentage of that income to yourself. You have to employ people. I'd like that. But this isn't fucking business world. This is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, and I wouldn't be too disappointed if this. And it just adds more to the RP quality of the game. That's something I'd have. Is it? Could you not think of it?
No, not really.
Yeah. No, not. Should we go on to the final questions?
Yes, we shall.
And like I said before, if you send me a text question for last week's episode, I did answer them with my opinion in text. So with these ones, we've got 3, and if you'd like to go with the first one, George.
Arcanian.
Yeah.
There's one with Arcania.
Yeah.
Do you think that game would be too listed to a state that it will get boring?
Do you want to go first?
I was going to bring this point up earlier. I see what he means by this. That
He or she, we don't know.
He or she. That they've put so much time and effort into graphics, for realism, the ecosystem and economy, that the gameplay may be a bit stale.
Yeah.
And that it may be a bit boring. Because there's FIFA is a good example of this, which I'm going to say. You can make FIFA the most realistic game in the world, but it might not make it fun.
Yeah.
And it's a fine line that can be careful. But with role-playing games, it's a bit different. The realism helps with the game, the experience of a role-playing game, because there's different ways you can play the game, you can role-play and shit like that, and it does add to it. But I do see 100% what you mean. Maybe they've spent too much time kind of sneaking with Harbour.
Yeah.
Maybe spending too much time on the graphics and the economic systems and the weather systems, that the gameplay may get a bit boring. I understand that, but I think with the gameplay we have seen backs up that they hadn't fully spent the whole time
Exactly.
on that. This game's been in development for 4 years, is it? The last one came in 2010, was it, or 2011?
2010.
2010. So about 3-4 years.
Yeah, it was early 2010, so it's going to be 5 years
So
when the game comes out.
So we've had a good, decent development time on this game, and
they took on a lot of people for it. They expanded the company big time for this game. So
they've got a lot. They'll probably have sections for each department.
Yeah.
So I don't think it'll bring it back down too much.
No.
And like I said, it does help with the experience of a role-playing game, graphics and weather system and all that.
Yeah. For me, I don't know. For me, what I find fun is that other people would find boring. Like for me, stealing someone's, like the idea that I think one of us brought up earlier, that sneaking into a pub, stealing all their monies that they've earned from that day and then taking it away means that place could shut down and then bringing down the whole town. That sounds fun to me.
You mean
That
bastard.
That sounds fun because it's realistic.
Can you imagine that guy just go in and see his till? Like, I made a shit ton of money. Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Then
exactly.
2 days later, you found him hang himself.
Yeah.
How would you feel?
I'd feel happy because the CG Projekt Red took the time to make this game realistic. That's how I feel. But yeah, like that sounds fun to me. But like other people, like George, like you, like who just likes to get kind of do quests and kind of like
Kill a lot of
kill
people.
a lot of people, like it, that you probably would find that boring. But I don't think these are not main features that they're interested in. I think these are things that have included on the side to make the game experience better. But the main experience is the dynamic events in the game, the monsters that you fight in, and the story. I think that's what their main features that they're aiming for in developing the game. These are things on the side that improve it, and to be honest, I think the more realistic, the better for me. That's my view, though. But other people could have different opinions.
That was yours.
Yeah,
So
put it in
moving
the
on.
comments. Put it in the comments.
Moving on, next question, good old Lauren Gray. Basing on cinematic, do you think there will be large-scale battles in the game? And if so, how would you want them to be played?
I'm not sure. I think there will be large-scale battles, but I think it'll be like The Witcher 2 does it.
How do they do it?
They do it technically the game couldn't like get so many people on the screen, like, but there was like big like to and fro, say like catapults firing at the city or firing at the offensive camp and things like that, and so you could see like a big battle going on. You're like, whoa, that's massive. But then you'll get close to when you get in, there'll be like different waves of enemies. So say like you'll kill some enemies, then you run through down the bridge and there'll be a few enemies there, and then you'll take out them. Like different stages kind of thing. That's if it's going to be. I think it could be like that. I don't think it's going to be like two big armies marching into each other. That's like, because to be honest, it could end up being chaos.
I think if there were huge battles, big ass, huge battles,
Yeah.
they would have mentioned it by now.
Yeah.
That's what I would have thought.
Yeah, like
So-
I think this game is mainly like Geralt on his own, adventuring on his own. Maybe the odd time I'll have a couple of companions with him, but yeah, I think this is going to be different than in that state of The Witcher 2, where there was quite a few large-scale battles. But they were kind of like you and like kind of like a reasonable sized group going through, kind of thing like that. In this, I think, like I said before, there's going to be quests like saving towns and villages and stuff like that. But there could be a few. Like, we don't know yet. Nothing's been confirmed or denied. Do you hope there will be, George?
I like big battles in my opinion. I like I said in a previous podcast, I like going into a battle and walking out like a motherfucking badass.
Yeah.
But if it does not fit in with the game and does not flow with the game, I'd rather have it not in the game.
Yeah. But let's say if it did fit in the game, how would you want them to be played? Like, would you like them to be kind of like
I like
two armies
I like
marching on?
there to be an option of where you play it's a large scale battle. There's about a couple hundred there, there's a couple hundred you, and you have an option just to sit back from a distance,
Yeah.
kind of ball up, or just winning like a motherfucking badass and chop all their heads off. I like them kind of battles, and I like the option to do that. I like going in the midst of everything and just killing them all, and most likely die.
Yeah. For me, if there was going to be like I'd like to have The Witcher 2 did it, but another way I'd like to do it, say like if you was the commander of like a unit in the army, say like this kind of like 300-man unit, and you're going against this other 300-man unit. I don't know, you could go into this is definitely not going to happen. I can confirm this now, but like go into a bit like Civ 5 and just open up a different screen and you dictate where your forces want them to go. So like that. That's how I'd like it to be done. But that's not going to happen. I can guarantee it. But anyway, should we move on to the final question?
Yes, Christopher Samuelson. How do you think magical items will work? As in the cinematic we see the one with a stone. Do you think runes could be an option or wands? We know how magic works in the game.
With science, yeah.
And I think this artifact is like real power. It's like one of the only things in the world. It gives the person a shit ton of power. So I don't think there'll be any others about don't know. That's why this artifact's so important, because you can do all this shit.
Yeah.
And I just don't think it will. I just think it'll be for mainly signs, and that's how we've been told magic works in this game.
Yeah, like, I think it'll be mainly signs, but I don't know, like, we've seen that woman, do you know, when she was, like, around that group and then she throws that stone in the middle, like what you brought up, like, I think there could be definitely things like that in there, like a little rune or something that you could kind of, like, a magical trap you could set, maybe, but, like...
I just feel like if it was in the game, they may have shown it off by now.
Yeah, but, like, I'm these are like, little, like, say, like, you've got, like, I don't know, them stones, for example, say you've got 3 of them, and then when you've used 3 of them, you can't be used until you find more. Maybe like things like that, but like there won't be like spells. I don't think there'll be wands. Like, to be honest, wands, like, it doesn't sound good unless it's Harry Potter. Let's face it, they don't sound appealing to me. Would you like wands to be in the game?
No, not whatsoever.
Yeah.
Staff sounds more cool.
Yeah, I guess like
staff.
It's a big thing, but like.
But no, I'd rather no.
No, like.
None.
No. I hope there is kind of like magical kind of weaponry in the game, like little assistance. I'm not saying to the extent which will like you can use to one-shot people. Maybe like a little way to kind of like, I don't know, say like a little smoke tiny thing where you'll pop it and smoke in the face, and then they'll be stunned for a second, so you can kind of run away a little bit and get a bit more health back. Things like that I'd like. But yeah, I definitely do not see there being that many in there. It's going to mainly be signs and your weapons that you've got.
So,
yeah.
That's the end of questions, right?
Yeah, that's kind of the end of the questions. So, have you got anything really to announce, George?
Announce-wise, no. Apart from that, we've got TES Talk, if you're an Elder Scrolls fan, which this genre could coincide a little bit, so I'd recommend you talk about it. We literally sit back, talk Elder Scrolls. That's literally a description of it's very laid back.
Yeah.
Sit back, get some mead.
Get some mead, grab a Horkalo for the sweet roll, and sit back and enjoy some stuff.
It's a very good thing just to listen to while you're listening to doing some work, whatnot.
Yeah, well, just playing FIFA like I do when I listen to my podcasts. That's how I listen to them.
But, yeah, check that out. Check out all the 2 podcasts and try it bi-weekly and Divisions Weekly, which is one of my favourite series right now, because there's so much news and so much debate within
the genre. Yeah.
So go check that out. So yeah, hope you have the video.
I've got something to announce. My Shadow of Mordor review will be coming out within the next 2 weeks. Work has begun on it.
You completed it?
I'm close to completing, so I can give like a fairly community review. I'm on 70-something% overall. So like I'm close to completing, and yeah, there's also going to be the Shadow of Mordor final episode where we kind of reflect on the Shadow of Mordor playing time, which will be coming out on the 4th of October. Oh, on the 4th of November. Maybe. When did the game come out?
It's just 3rd of October, isn't it?
So yeah, 3rd. So it'll be 3rd of November that comes out, and then the Dagoran podcast will be coming out first Sunday of the month, and that's kind of
it.
Yeah.
So make sure you like the video, subscribe, favourite video, donate if you would like to help us out. That's pretty much everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video.
And also subscribe to join fellow Dagorans. Goodbye.